acknowledge it, learn from it, grow from it.
What stage of dating do you feel like you start seeing people's true colors? That's an even better question. Because what if you blocking your blessings? What if you see? That's the thing. We talk about like following us, following our heart, following that feeling, but at the same time have a whole bunch of requirements on what a person should be. So how do we know like which ones are like, am I being too harsh or am I being?
Well, I think like there's some superficial requirements that like, okay, we can kind of, you can cut down on those. You can compromise on some of those because it's like, okay, that's not really important if it's somebody who's genuinely like a really good person. They care about you. They have your best interests at heart. Then I feel like, okay, we can compromise on some of those things. But I think like as long as you're not compromising on like your core values and beliefs and like
that's it. That's it.
Okay. First, can we comment on Lori's hat? I feel like I have not seen anyone's comment on her hat. It says under God, over you. Now, that's not very Christ-like. And not saying that she is a Christian or that she claims that she is a Christian, but just for my Christian girlies out there, that's not very Christ-like. If anything, I feel like under God, serving you, it should be, because we are called to be servants. So, yeah. And then the next thing I want to comment on is, I actually agree with her answer. I think superficially, you can not compromise. We don't sacrifice, not compromise. But you can, let go of like some of the superficial things, because there are qualities that would be more important than the superficial things, in my opinion. And then, yeah, I think the core values and the qualities should be more important than superficial things. So I agree with what she said.
Okay. Describe how taking control improves the overall dating experience.
I think you'll just be happier at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm very much in a space right now where I'm not doing anything that's going to compromise my peace and happiness.
Period.
So I think just taking control, making sure you like maintain your power, don't give your power away to anybody, that I feel like is the key to like truly being happy in or out of a relationship.
Okay. First, happiness is temporary. Joy comes from the Lord. So no matter what, happiness is fleeting. Yes, I think overall there should be joy in the relationship, and then there should be some form of happiness, but I think how she's going about it might be the wrong way. Like, I find joy and happiness when I get to do little things for like my boyfriend. Like, I enjoy cooking for him. I enjoy, like, I really do. And especially when he's like, oh my gosh, this is good. I'm like, yes, that makes me happy. From her point of view, it kind of sounds like she doesn't want to give up anything, or she doesn't want to serve. And I don't know her personally. It could be, I don't know. But based off like that statement, it just comes off as like selfish, which isn't a fruit of the Lord.
What's one thing you know now that you wished you knew sooner? I ain't doing this with you. Chill.
You know. I think I even learned to become.
What do you guys think they were laughing about?
I'm a better communicator in this relationship. Like, I think I actually learned that about myself. I actually was a horrible communicator. Didn't know.
You think? You didn't know? Because I was the original who taught you about your communication, okay?
Okay, well, I just didn't realize it was that bad. But I learned.
Well,
so that's something I've like actively been working on. I've been working on it though. I've gotten it significantly better.
Okay.
Significantly.
Can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah. Well,
growth.
Stay tuned.
It's that growth I was saying.
You're right. Don't judge you, babe. So you're right.
This is
you're
now.
right. This is now. This is today.
Yeah.
Got you.
The thing is, I don't even think that is anything.
People, red pill content people are getting on her for saying she doesn't even know her old self, and you can't judge her based on her old self compared to now. Personally, I would agree. I see where she's coming from. I see where she's coming from. Not gonna lie, but at the same time, it's important to acknowledge where you came from and how much you have grown. And I think it's important to know, like, not totally discount whoever old you was. Like, acknowledge it, learn from it, grow from it. Don't pretend that it's not there. That's a little delusional. Yeah.
Thing that, like, I wish I knew then that I know now. I knew. Right. I probably knew then.
Sometimes it's okay just not have no regrets. Like, life is life.
I feel like that's the beautiful part of growth.
Life is life. Everything in life is due to a decision and due to a choice. So I don't like the term life is life. Like, you make life what it is ultimately. And if you made a bad decision, it was a choice that you made. Like, repent.
Like, yeah. I don't even know her anymore. Yeah. I don't know who she is. What does she do?
What she do?
What?
Don't judge me based off that man.
Because she's not here anymore.
She's not.
I mean, I agree. Don't live your life based on what other people say, what other people do. But at the same time, you have to have that standard. Like, I will continue to emphasize this the rest of my life. You have to have a standard. And the best standard there is God's standard.
Right. So what's going to make you happy? Like,
and everyone is always like, what's going to make you happy? Do what makes you happy, sis. But happiness will go away. Happiness is never the same. Something that made you happy yesterday might not make you happy today. And people will take that as, oh, well, if it doesn't make me happy, it's time to go. If it doesn't do this, it's time to go. But then they forget about responsibility or accountability or other qualities that can lead to fulfillment. Like, they take away that they put happiness like here. They put happiness here, and then joy and fulfillment like down here, not knowing that these things way heavier than this. But it's like, I was there because of the things that I was listening to and being taught. So it's just like unfortunate to see that so many people feel like that and think like that.
Like, oh, wish I did. Oh, why didn't I? Da-da-da. I'm gonna do it.
But that's what's dope about you, because I feel like people even come and do interviews. They come and do these kind of things and they sell it. But like, you really live up to everything that you're saying. Like, you have to do that, especially at your age. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't live with any regrets. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's probably some things that everybody feel like, I could have handled this differently. I could have done it, but do I regret the experience? Do I regret the lesson? Do I regret? I don't regret anything.
You learn so much in the process. Exactly. So it's like, I wouldn't trade the knowledge I got for anything.
Exactly. And sometimes you need those, like, mistakes, whatever they want to call it. You need those mishaps to know what to do better in the future. We got to stop living in what we could have done better, what we could have done, and move forward in how we can become a better version of ourselves every single day, because time is not our friend. You don't get yesterday back, you don't get last month back, you don't get those years back. So all you can do is move forward and prepare yourself for being a young adult and a woman and then a mom and a wife or whatever it is that you see yourself being. Now you have enough knowledge to be like, okay, I tried it this way, this didn't work. Still don't regret it though. You know, we have deep conversations.
I thought that was solid advice, personally. I think that was solid advice. Like, you really can't take back everything from the past. All you can do is learn from it and move forward, but there does need to be accountability for the actions. Like, you can't just be like, oh, well, it happened, doesn't apply to me anymore.